uh, Mixtape review here. Soulja Boy with King Soulja 2. The first one dropped, I think, I want to say a year back or 2 years ago, whatever the case may be. I wasn't really feeling that shit like that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it was okay. I haven't really been a Soulja Boy fan like that. I mean, his first two albums was cool, but other than that, I just think he hung around people and acquired their styles. Far, excuse me, far as their flow pattern, subject matter, and a lot of the shit he talk about now, it just seem fraud as fuck. You know what I mean? I think if a lot of rappers to be named on fraud shit, I think he namely got to be one of them. I heard that he's supposed to do some kind of jail bid for having gun possession. A couple years ago, I guess he was trying to get robbed and he shot at some people and killed them, and now he's fucking with Rich Gang. I seen recent pictures of him. He got 3 tattoos, tears on his face, got Rich Gang on the side of his face. I really don't understand where he's going with this whole gangster, motif. But at the end of the day, I don't really believe none of the shit he's saying. Some of the songs on here, it's just like, really? Like, who believes this nigga? Like, real rap? Like, this shit is fucking crazy. But anyway, it got 23 tracks on it. You already know I didn't fuck with a lot of them, but features, you got Agoff, if that's how you spell it, Agoff. You got Drake, you got Migos, you got Lil B, you got Shorty Boy. Who else on here? That's basically about it. He kept the features minimal. That's pretty cool, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? He had some shit on here I ain't fuck with. To me, he sounds like a mix between Chief Keef, the Migos, Lil B, and off-brand Gucci Man, but that's just me. But getting into it, the first track, Phone Call, I thought that shit was straight. Production was cool. The way he used his flow in that was not annoying. It was straight. I could understand him, so that song was straight. Giuseppe's, I think that Soulja Boy is good at talking about name brand shit. You know what I mean? So I had no problem with that. That track was cool. SRT, another cool track. Far as the beat, far as the hook, his flow pattern was straight with that. King Soulja 2 is one of the tracks that really was an ear opener. I was like, okay, he's kind of rapping normal. Him and Chief Keef got that thing where if they really want to rap normal, they can sound almost pretty cool, pretty clean cut through. But at the end of the day, they kind of lose that with, some of the way they rap, as far as they flows and the way they want to use auto-tune and shit. And definitely you start to get that on the later tracks on this mixtape. Everything I Touched Trunk Gold featuring Agoff was another cool track, you know what I mean? The hook, the production, you know what I mean? The subject matter was alright, it wasn't boring, it kept my attention. We Made a Remix, might as well, should have been called a Drake song. It's featuring Drake. Drake verse was definitely fire, he murdered that shit. I still don't know how this nigga got Drake to get down on this song. I think the first one was on the mixtape, The King, if I'm correct. It's between The King and 23, but I'm going for The King. We Made It was definitely on there. Number 7 through 9, I didn't fuck with them tracks. I didn't like none of them. Number 7, Work featuring Migos. Number 8, I Got That Sack featuring Lil B. Basically a song about tricking off. I wasn't fucking with that. Number 9, Let That Boy Cook, about selling drugs and cooking up bricks and shit. Come on, who really believes Soulja Boy cooking up bricks? That shit was hilarious. Number 10, Why You Mad? That beat was cool. The hook was straight. Both their flows and lyrics was alright on there. You know what I mean? Shorty Boy, don't know too much about him, but that feature was straight. Number 11, Don't Make Me Laugh. I wasn't fucking with that record. Number 12, Get 'Em. The beat was cool. His flow was okay. Lyrics, hook, all that shit was cool. The content was alright. You know what I mean? Number 13 through 16, I wasn't feeling. Number 13, to me, it was a wasted beat, straight up. A great beat, no subject matter on there. Number 14, Chopsticks, another song where he talking about fucking drugs and selling and chopping up bricks, irrelevant. 15, All I Wanted, he sound too much like the Migos, in my opinion. That's a fail, sorry. Number 16, My Style, wasn't feeling that shit. It just seemed like he got lazy towards the end of the mixtape. Definitely too many songs, and a lot of these shits is fillers. In my opinion, he should have kept it at 12 minimum. 17, Show Enough. I thought the beat was cool. The hook, the melody, the way he rhymed with the little melody in the beginning of the first verse was cool. His lyrics weak as fuck though, but you know what I mean? The melody with the flow kept me going, but the song was kind of annoying. Number 18, No You Don't. Wasn't fucking with it. Number 19, Red Bottoms. Just on the strength of the hook and the beat, I like the song, you know what I mean? Red Bottoms, you already know he talking about materialistic shit. Number 20 and 21, Macklemore and Fire Flame, wasn't feeling it. Number 22, Fuck That, the beat was okay. The hook was cool, his flow, lyrics, and content was okay, so, you know, it's listenable, put it like that. Number 23, he just sound like a Chief Keef ripoff, like he just totally ripped his style off using the auto-tune. With his flow, the lyrics, the content, the beat, and the hook was alright, but he just sounded like a fake-ass Chief Keef in my opinion. I gave this shit a 6 out of 10. I like 12 out of 23 tracks, and the production I gave a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Soulja Boy fan. I'm not going to sit here and bash him and hate. It's no shade. I enjoyed the tracks that I enjoyed. The other ones, I just feel like it's, you know, fillers, and definitely I won't be listening to them. But at the end of the day, that's my review on the shit. A lot of people is praising this shit on Twitter, and I just don't get what is the big uproar about Soulja Boy and his fucking music. Like, what it make me think, what kind of brain do people got to say this is enjoyable music? But y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Of course, I had to talk about it, you know what I mean? Here and there, I try to do a Soulja Boy review, and it just, I don't think he gonna ever put out a project that's really gonna catch my ear where I'm gonna pay attention to it from top to bottom, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I gave it a chance, and I mean, some of the beats are straight, but the way he flowing and the shit he talking about, it just sounds irrelevant. It don't sound real. I don't get it. And could somebody tell me, what is this nigga net worth? He always talking about money and shit. I don't give a fuck, but the way he talk about money, and it's like, nigga, is he for real? Remember back in the day when he wanted to buy a jet for, what, 25-something mil or something like that? Now it's fake. So y'all let me know what it is, man. I'm out this bitch.